Hey everyone, how are you doing? Good morning. So apparently, we are going through. It looks like probably, the government issues right now, and with that, the market, last night, pre-market here showing signs of wanting to run pretty good here. So, SoFi yesterday had a rough day, and it fell, and I figured this was coming. This is why I said I think Monday I was like, hey, it could definitely go to down 25, kind of expecting it, kind of hoping it does here because I want to buy more. And I did. I bought more SoFi at $25 because I believe anything under 30 right now going later into the year, whether you're swing trading this or you're long-term trading this, then, you don't care. But, I really do think that SoFi, as long as, obviously what has been happening continues to happen, and there's really no signs that that won't happen, which is SoFi continues to be a dominant new company, continues just to bring out these amazing quarterlies, and two, with that we do get this second rate cut here at the end of October. So with that, I bought more SoFi because I believe it's going well into 30s. I believe it's going well into 40s, and by Q4, maybe depending on if we get that third rate cut in December, this has chance to be $50-$60 stock, especially with that last fourth quarter to round out the year. So with that, this could be a heavy stock here. I mean, I don't know why people say it can't. I mean, we've seen, I mean, it like, if you've been a part of this market here this year, you have to look at this and go like, anything's possible in this market. My God, look what we've done this year with some certain stocks. I mean, Robinhood's a clear indication of what can happen. And SoFi's, and what I'll say, I think SoFi is doing better than Robinhood. But, that's kind of what we could and should be looking at for the guide, kind of the roadmap of what could be happening here in 2026 with what's happened here with Robinhood this year. So that should excite you very much so. I still think SoFi is very undervalued, 100%. These prices with SoFi selling off, this doesn't scare me. SoFi, what has brought me joy with a lot of this 2-week play out we've had in the market here with rate cuts, Jerome Powell talking, crash in the market, now government shutdown talk, and then, we're supposed to hear from the feds here, job reports, we're not expecting them to be bad. So if they're bad, we are expecting them to be bad. So when they're bad, this will give further indication, hey, we're definitely probably going to get that rate cut in October. So SoFi here, could easily by the end of October be in $35 range. Okay, especially with that Q3 coming out here. People have already paid $30 and some change for SoFi. So it tells me that people will pay that. People will pay 30, they'll pay 40 well into the future here. If SoFi, if this is the worst we're dealing with, this, even if SoFi, and I was kind of like, maybe it'll hit 24, but the fact that SoFi has survived around this high $25, pushing back up into this $26 range, this is very good. And this is a lot of money being traded around right now. These are huge, stacks, pillars of just hardcore cash with SoFi right now. I mean, the volume, the swinging in this is crazy right now. This is a very healthy place. We've seen very healthy push up with SoFi, and we've seen very healthy pullback. This wasn't a drop with SoFi. This was just a healthy pullback. This is very, I think I said this Friday where I was like, I'm fully expecting this to go back down to 26, 25, I think is possible. And, we definitely hit 25 here for a split moment today and then swinging back up to this 26. But two, yesterday, Tuesday, the market swung back up after, the feds essentially did not come to an agreement, all this kind of stuff. The market was pretty much, and the market has done very well in past history with government shutdowns. So with that, this could be a wild, crazy rest of the week until the lights get turned back on here, kind of. The kids are still out here playing in the street, and mom and dad are away. That's kind of how I'm looking at the stock market right now. So I'm not looking at right now, friends, with SoFi. The sell-off here does not scare me. I look at this as opportunity. This is with huge climbs. You're going to have falls here, and this has been a very organic fall with SoFi, the right kind of sell-off. I do believe that SoFi is going to regain everything it just walked away from here not long ago. And two, a lot of this crash came from Jerome. The push came from Jerome Powell, the crash came from Jerome Powell. So this is kind of where we're at with it. So I just want to say that I'm still buying SoFi. In a new account. I have SoFi where I was buying SoFi, $3-4, years ago. But in a newer account, I'm buying SoFi at least up to $30 here. I'm definitely okay with buying it up to 30. Now, I think long term SoFi is going to $60 to $70 to $100 here. I think this time next year, as long as SoFi stays on this clear cut path of, doing great with quarterlies, business model doing fantastic. Really, they have carved out a business lane here. I think we're just going to continue to see this do really well. So yeah, I couldn't be more excited about this company. I really couldn't. And just to talk about Palantir, Palantir is showing clear-cut signs of what I feared for people that weren't going to get back into it. It's just like a broken record. I mean, it's doing the same thing it's been doing all year. We come out with a quarterly is great, huge push right before, even after, boom, push. People are like, oh my god, people take profit, people get bored, people walk away. Palantir sells down, and then that time frame comes up again where it's like, oh yeah, quarterlies are coming up again, and then guess what? Palantir's still getting deals. They just signed the papers. The ink hasn't even dried here with the Boeing. So there's just all these new deals that Palantir is signing, and it's not stopping. But this is what Palantir does. It just goes into these. It's going even more now into these huge growth patterns. So, I don't think it's crazy at all to say that Palantir is going to be a $200 stock here. By the beginning of November, when we get really close to quarterlies. More than likely, the last quarterly was 48% on top of the last one before that. This one will at least be 48 to 49, maybe 50. Who knows? It could be more than that. I don't know. I'm not betting against the stock whatsoever, and I don't think anyone should. It's funny because I'll just see random people, and even people that I know that I just kind of, people that aren't really in the market but have a lot of opinions about the market. God bless them, I love them, but I'll see people talk about Palantir and they'll go like, man, that stock is way too expensive. That company is only making $1 billion and it's almost a $200 stock. Why would you buy something like that? And I go, that's fine. I mean, listen, that is a clear observation by someone that is not obsessed with the situation. Okay. Like I don't look at that and get mad. I look at that and go like, oh, they don't know. It's okay. They don't know that I'm a psycho with what's been going on over here in the stock market in Palantir land. Like I've been the one, cutting out the newspapers and putting them up on my wall here, like deal here, another deal here. Alex Karp left this kind of hint here, things like that. I am the psycho. So I look at that and I go, okay. And whether they want me to explain that to them or not, that's beside the point. But I say all that to say is that if you're in the circle of what's been going on here with Palantir, then you are well informed that Palantir has been right before that last quarterly Q2 and right after Q2 here achieved more deals, more partnerships. Okay, so this is why Q3 here could be once again the most shocking quarterly that they've had. There's no doubt that it's going to be over $1 billion, and it's not even me saying that. It's not like I'm not just pulling that out of a rabbit hat here. This is. I mean, you can look this up. There is investment firms coming out here saying that we are confident that Palantir is going to release $1 point something $1 billion quarterly here, and they're estimating this right now. So we can't they can't even say clear cut right now, even at Q3 here, what Palantir more than likely is going to end the revenue with the year. They just don't know. Obviously we're well going into close to $4 billion range, but we could be over $4 billion range here by Q4. We just don't know what else is coming here. So it's very interesting. I just wouldn't bet against this growing situation that we're seeing nonstop. And two, people go like, well, it's bound to slow down in 2026. Is it? People said that at the end of 2024. I can't tell you how many people were saying it's never going to $100. It's going to slow down. It's taken all of the juice from the cup. There's nothing left for the stock right now. This company is, you need to sell it and put your money elsewhere. They were still getting deals then. I was like, well, why is the well's not going to run dry here? Apparently, I mean, I think there's more to tap into. I think it's still a pretty deep well, and we're still in this very deep well, a Palantir here. It's a situation of, I'm pretty sure $200 coming just off FOMO, just off price execution, just off what is the next quarterly going to be. This time next year, what are we looking at with Palantir here? And when we look at next year, what's coming, Alex Karp has left these huge breadcrumbs this year. If you have watched Alex Karp interviews this year, he's said this more than once, where he's talked about a sales force, that Palantir has not really pushed into a sales force. They have not gone out and looked for business, that a lot of their businesses come to them, indicating, hey, we can still set out a sales force. There's still plenty of work. And two, even this last quarterly that they had, he openly said we had to push away customers because we were still so inundated with pre-existing customers that we were trying to get, really, locked up and, get their work done. So they're obviously overrun with what's going on, and they have the finances to back that up. It's not like they're lying to us. There's money coming from somewhere at this point. So, I 2026 could be even bigger. I really could be even bigger. That's the thing here. I mean, do you know how many people sold out of Nvidia at the end of 2024 and said there's no way they're going to keep beating revenue. There's no way. I get it, man. I mean, I get what it's like to be hurt in the market. I get fear. I understand fear in the market, but there are some types of fear in the market where I go like, God, that is crippling. That is a debilitating thing that people have, where they just don't want to believe in good news in the market. And we're seeing it more than ever right now. I mean, the negativity in the market right now is crazy because, things are running so high, and, it's almost like, people are just wanting the market to fail right now. It's like, why would you want such a thing? I mean, this is such a golden opportunity to make money out of this market. I'm going to shut up. And I want to wish all of you the best of luck. I really do mean that, friends. I'm excited for what this month is bringing. I think we're going to do well. This is going to be a fun, interesting week in the market. I will say this, if this, situation continues in the market this week, take profit in some things, swing trade some things out. The market this week is probably going to be very volatile, very volatile. But if you're a long-term trader, you're like, whatever, I'm not doing that. I'm going to keep buying, which I understand completely. So friends, take care of yourself. I'll talk to you soon. Bye, everyone.